I split, of course, things went different ways. From the Board of Ed, I started working for the Department of Youth and Community Development. So I've been serving people for over 50 some odd years.
Wow.
So what happened, when I came down, I was told to come down and pick up a package. And I came down to pick up a package to do the census and so forth, so on. And when I came down, I see Ms. Blackwell here, and of course, my friend Rodney Askins, and I looked and I seen what they were doing. I said, you know what? I'm tired of sitting in the house. They saying that be careful, be all this, be all that. I said, but come out and help and serve the people. This is something I did 50 years or 51 years ago. And I just started coming out because I wanted to do what I know how to do the best. Especially be my people here in Harlem.
Wow. That's a beautiful thing. So what has been the response? I'm sure the people are greatly appreciative. What kind of response have you gotten from the community?
Oh, you know, the people are so, you know, to be honest with you, they're really glad that we're caring for them. Because, you know, you look at the homelessness that we have out here and how this COVID thing has really increased more homelessness. These people are glad to get sandwiches or a hot meal. And Miss Blackwell goes even farther. We have a little microwave that we had. It just blew out. It just blew out on us yesterday. So many food in 2 days. After a while, the microwave just gave up. So if anybody out there want to donate the microwave to us, we'd be grateful to really appreciate this microwave. But we wanted to give the people something hot. They can eat it right there if they want to, or they can eat it at home, and especially the homeless. They have no place to heat this food up. So they're getting this food hot. They're getting a fork, they get a napkin, they get water, they get milk, whatever they want with it. And they are grateful that they have this food. And it's good to see them because they feel good. And they come by and say, thank you. They're so grateful. And not just African-American, Latino-American, we have Asian Americans come and eat this food in our community. So what I used to do 51 years ago, feed the people, serve the people, give to the people.
Wow. So now I know where you are, but tell us about where you're located and how people can find you and get to you.
Okay, we're here between 43rd and 44th Street, 140. Well, I forget, I'm in Harlem. You know, I'm giving them Harlem, that Harlem. Let me add that one to it. I'm between 142nd and 143rd, 144th, and Malcolm X Boulevard or Lenox Avenue, right across from the park. And how you tell us very well distinct. We had 2 little blue doors that opened at the Fred Samuel Center. When you see it, you see 2 little blue doors, and there we are.
Wow. So, you know, how long you been working with Miss Blackwell? I know I've known her for a few years. She is an incredible community activist and leader. I mean, what's it like working with her?
Okay, I'll tell you, I met Miss Blackwell when I community development. She knows me from there. I was a monitor for a program she had. So she met me and she came down to DYCD and see what I was doing. And she realized that when she see me, she said, oh, Cyril, and we met each other then, you know, at Harlem. Because Harlem was one of my bases for monitoring programs. I had a lot of programs here in Harlem that I monitored. Then when I met Ms. Back, as I'm out, I'm doing that, I'm retired now. That's been years now. I'm retired now. I've been probably retired since 2013, 2012, 2013. You know, like I'm in my community no matter what I'm doing. I'm a volunteer at the Schomburg Center. I do documentary for senior citizens up at the housing on 140th Street. So I'm just in my community. Like I said, I'm a community activist. It's what I do. So once I know I'm giving something back to the community, that's how I feel. I'm doing something. I mean, they tell you to be careful. They tell you to do this, but you know, who's going to do it? If everybody run from this, who's going to do it? There's people is less fortunate than I. And who's going to serve them if you know, somebody don't come out? So I figure like this, it was ordained for me to leave this planet, then I've been gone. But right now, I'm doing what I believe the good Lord wants me to do. That's how I feel. So I'm not afraid.
That's a beautiful thing. You know, we've been working here at Streaming University and WEBT, been working with Diana for a number of years, putting technology in the hands of folks in the community so that we can communicate with each other and tell our own stories. And that's what this broadcast is about, so that we can share with our community and others, you know, what's going on, the fact that we are lifting each other up and helping to feed each other and take care of each other. We think that's so important, to take control of our own stories. And so I really appreciate you coming on and telling your story and what you got going on, what you're doing with the community.
I appreciate you letting me do that, my brother. And like I said, all you got to do is the people in the community know me, Brother Bullwhip. That's all you got to say, Brother Bullwhip. Okay.
Well, hopefully this will not be the last time that you're on the air streaming with us. We're trying to do a report like this at least once a week with Miss Blackwell, so the folks can you know, be apprised of what's going on in Central Harlem on a regular basis.
Gave me the marching order. She said, you won't.
Okay.
She gave me the marching order. You won't.
Excellent.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. And thank you for the work that you're doing. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Thank you. So this is part of the work that we're doing. I think I had told you that we are getting new food sources. And one thing, and I have to give her a shout out, Assemblywoman Inez Dickens will be bringing us foods for our Fred Samuel community. I'm unable to make it today, but it'll be okay because we have a lot right now, but still getting food. The community is still, you know, people are still reaching out to the community, and they're reaching out to NYCHA, which is still wonderful because the numbers for the COVID cases still increase here at NYCHA. So we are very grateful when we can have food that we can actually take to our residents. They don't have to come out. And as beautiful as it is, everybody wants to come out, but that virus is still out in the community.
It absolutely is. And even though, you know, we're hearing reports that the number of hospitalizations and deaths are going down citywide, it's still, there's nowhere near zero. And from what I'm reading in the reports, it seems like public housing is really the epicenter within the city. Public housing is where all the hotspots are.
And that's my big concern. That is still the number one. It is the epicenter right here, right in public housing, where they're finding more and more cases of it. You know, we don't know how long we'll be in the state. And you had said something, but I want you to be aware that the news was a little disheartening, even though the numbers overall has gone down for admittance into the hospital. It went up a little bit in the last 2 days, just a little bit, but
I don't know that.
Go up at any time is not good.
That's right.
On the last 2 weekends where the weather was real nice and everybody felt they can come out and social gather. We're still not ready for it.
Yeah, you know, I'm very concerned about that, as you know, Memorial Day weekend and the start of the summer. And I just heard that the governor is opening the beaches. I'm really concerned that folks are going to go a little buck wild out there, and now they can get outside and the weather's good, and we're going to have a resurgence in this thing. I'm hoping folks will be careful.
I actually went outside on Sunday, which I really won't do that one again for a while. Not the way I did. And got a bad sunburn, but you should have seen all the people out there. It was amazing. It was amazing. And it felt like a normal day. And we took a walk and we ran into a lot of people. A lot of them did not have their mask on. A lot of them were just doing their normal thing. And it was just, you know, it looked like it was just open season for the virus.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll have a ways to go. You know, they haven't found a cure. They have not tested what they have, and so we're still in the same situation. It just seems to have gone a little bit quiet. It's not dormant, it's just quiet. And don't have, it's common sense, and I don't have to be a scientist, but if we don't have a cure for it by the fall, then what's going to happen is we're going to be hit with two viruses. And if NYCHA is really holding numbers like we're going to be in trouble in the fall. So I really would like everybody to pay attention, stay inside, and let's just make this out.
Now, I know you're predominantly focused on food, but how about your PPE, your masks, and your wipes and your disinfectant? How's your supply with your community?
Well, the mask we're getting from certain areas, such as the NYPD is providing some. Gail Brewer has been generous to provide some, but we are in need of them constantly because we are not just serving those that are in public housing that come by. We are actually serving the general population because, again, we're right across the street from the park. And guess what? The park is now closed. So the homeless are walking up and down. As they walk up and down, if they see us open, they ask for masks, they ask for gloves, they ask for water, and we are constantly giving. When you said disinfect, I have gotten a small grant, thank you, Senator Brian Benjamin, from one of his friends. And we're going to do something special for the elders, for the seniors. The problem is Restaurant Depot, who is our main provider for commercial items, ran out of it. And I have someone waiting to call me when it comes back in. When it comes back in, we're going to go get bulk and we'll distribute to the seniors. But I don't think they're going to be coming out like they normally, allowing us to purchase like we normally do, because the last time they had it in the store, everybody bought it up, and it's hard to get disinfect now. So one thing that's hard to get is disinfect, the wipes, the Lysol sprays, but we can get, we have access to gloves, masks. And we're still every so often getting gloves. It's a little mixed right there.
Well, you guys are doing some incredible work, Diana, and I thank you for that. It's incredible just watching and hearing the stories. 500 meals. Before we go, just tell us again about who is supplying all these meals. 500 meals a day. Where's that coming from?
National Action Network has been one of our biggest supporters, and then we have the Harlem. Is it Harlem? West Harlem. What is that? No, it's West. I'm sorry, I totally forgot the name of the group, but they're the West Harlem group, and they've been wonderful, providing us not only with pre-cooked meals, but fresh fruit, which you can't believe how many people will actually come by and tell me they're vegetarians, so they won't eat anything with meat. So we're able to get double fruits. So you have a little dose of fresh food. So we're really grateful to them. So not the name, but we're still trying to figure out what is the name of the group. I'm gonna have
you don't ask a lot of questions when folks are giving you help. You say thank you. I understand.
And I do want to just really give a shout out for, there are some people here that are just doing incredible work and they just want to volunteer. We're saying food sources from 2 different groups, but when people come in and they ask for nothing, and the only thing I can say to them, can you take home meals, extra meals, because I don't have funding to provide for you. They are grateful. They come in and they give their all in all. And I acknowledge. And at some point, I'm hoping I can do a little bit more. But as of right now, I'm going to just give them a shout out, just say how, how wonderful they are. Because everybody wants to take care of their, their whole home. This is their home. Yes. sorry, a little background noise there. We're trying to get people to come in and do their census.
Oh,
Now,
okay. Census,
yes.
tell us about that before you go.
I do want to say that, yes, we do have people coming in on Tuesday and Wednesday, even though this is Thursday. We are connected with Gail Brewer, and Gail Brewer is providing fresh direct boxes for, you know, people in the community. We didn't ask for it, but I said, if there are people actually that will come and do the census, I will ask Gail if she would provide boxes to give them as an incentive. And we have, thank you, Aldrin, who's running the census in Manhattan. They have provided us with additional boxes of wonderful fresh direct. And those that come in and do their census, we're able to give them a fresh box.
Wow.
So if anybody out there hasn't done their census and they need some fresh food, we'll gladly, in exchange for you just helping out our community, we'll provide you with some fresh food. So
wow,
yes, we have the census here 2 days, and this week 4 days a week.
That's great work, Diana. That's fabulous. So maybe one time, the next report we do, maybe we can actually see some of your folks in action. I know you're so busy when you're in action, but we'd like to see maybe some of the food distribution activities, some of the census, so that we can share that with the wide audience.
We'll do it just a little earlier in the daytime, and you can see them line up, and you know, we're lining up, having them do social distancing, handing out masks, giving them food. People need some hand sanitizer. We help them with everything they need that we can do. And I'd love people to see it. It's wonderful.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Diana. Any parting words before we go?
Well, I want to just say, please do your census. If you don't, if you need help, please, we're here at 669 Lenox Avenue. This is in the central Harlem, across from the Colonel Young Park. The cross streets are West 143 and West 144, and it's called the Frederick Samuel Community Center. And it only takes about 7 minutes. So anyone needing to help with their census, please complete it on your own or come and let us help you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Diana. And we hope to hear from you very soon.
Thank you.
Carry on with the great work that you're doing. Diana Blackwell, president of Fred Samuel Houses and community activist and